Hello, it's Christopher Bulett here from our leadership class, and today I'm going to be answering a few questions for us. Starting with our question one. What was the purpose of the project and how did it benefit the community? The purpose of the project was simply to help children and families in need during the Christmas holidays. As a child, one of my fondest memories was, in bed, waking up the next morning, running down the stairs, seeing my family there, seeing Santa, what he left and the gifts and the Christmas tree and everything. And that's one of my fondest memories. So I wanted to be able to donate Christmas gifts so that other kids can have that same memory when they're older. It benefited the community in two ways. And one, there are over 100 children who now have at least one present to look forward instead of having nothing. And at the same time, it also brought the community together and working towards a common goal. The question two was what leadership skills were required to be effective. And in order to be successful, I had to incorporate several different leadership skills. The first of these was ambition. I knew exactly what I wanted to accomplish and what it would take to complete the project, and I took every step necessary to get there, which also leads me to my second skill, which is confidence. I was very confident in the decisions that I was making and handled any issues that came my way in a non-stressful and what I thought a mature way. I was also very charismatic, and when it came to this project, whether it was from talking to my aunt-in-law about it and planning out how we would be successful, to delivering the flyers for people and very charismatic and friendly when I was collecting the toys from people who participated and thanked them that what they're doing is a great cause. I also had to communicate my vision and goals with who I was working with, so they were clear in what I wanted to get out of this project and accomplish as well in the end. Lastly, I was very optimistic about the project overall, and I was, again, very optimistic that people would pull through for me and would end up with a lot of toys to donate. And that is exactly what happened. So I was really, really excited about it. I was really happy with the turnout, and we did a good thing. Third question, what did you take away from the project? The main thing I took away from the project, and not to sound cheesy again, but was that it was a really, really, really good feeling to be able to set up something that had been so successful, especially when it's all donations and charity. In terms of the business aspect, I took away how important it is to be organized and on top of things, because it's very easy to let things slide or procrastinate and put things towards the end that you don't think are as important. So that being said, I had to write a plan and specific goals is a great way to stay organized, which helped for me, and also make sure everything is getting done when it needs to. For example, I just reminded myself, actually, I left designing the leaflets a little too late and rushed to get them done when I couldn't get something to look at the way I wanted to. I should have worked on it earlier, to be honest, and had it all set up, ready to go way before the delivery date. And the last thing is that I learned that, to be a leader in a project, you really have to be open to what others say and their opinions while also being aware of their strengths as well. I sort of signed the creation to the Excel document with everyone's names and addresses on them to my aunt-in-law because she is amazing at Excel. This allowed me to focus primarily on what I needed to get done and what I needed to do. And it kind of took a little weight off my shoulders because I know she can get it done quickly. She can get it done fast. And, when you work with a team and you have people you can depend on like that, things flow a lot easier. And, who is it benefiting in the end? It's benefiting the kids. So to make it easier to get to that point, I took all the help I could get, and she did an amazing job. Also, if you did it over, what would you do differently? Like I said, I think that overall designing the leaflets and everything, I would have put a little more time in that because I am really artistic and creative. So I'm surprised. I kind of probably thought that I was confident in that aspect because I am creative and could have got it done quicker. But when the time came, I was just kind of, stressing out and just wanted to get it done. So they were good looking. I'm not gonna lie, but I could have did a better job and not have rushed and stressed out. So in all honesty, it wasn't too much I would do differently. I feel like I handled the project overall very well and didn't really have any issues that came up. I knew I wanted to do a toy drive, and from there, it all sort of fell together very well. And some hard work put into it, it helped out as well. However, if I would change one thing, it would be the amount of people that I deliver the flyers to, and that's not an easy thing because marketing takes money. Let's face it. There's other ways to do it. I depended on social media. People told people in the neighborhood, word of mouth. Those were kind of the two things that I really, really depended on. If I had the resources, if I had the money, it could have been a lot bigger. But each year, if you plan on doing something like this, you can make your projections more. You can look at what you did wrong and try to fix it and help, get yourself prepared for the next time you do it. So the next time, if I was to do it again, I would definitely try to get more marketing and find little creative ways to do that at low cost. Because, 100 toys are great and everything, but if we could have done more, it would have been even better. So you always have to start somewhere, set goals. When people showed up from, the neighbors or friends in the neighbor camps, they weren't aware of the toy drive, and I think that was one of the biggest things because I had to stop and then I had to explain to them the whole process, and it was kind of difficult to do that to a bunch of people who are scratching their head, going, "What's going on here?" So that's another thing too. I want it to speak for itself. I want people to know. I think having to explain everything, it took a little away from it. But once everyone started telling each other, the word of mouth started going, and then everyone's like, "Oh my God, this is such a great idea. That's amazing. Congratulations, good for you. It's amazing to see someone as young as yourself doing something so great." So that made me feel really good about myself. So in the end, I wish I would have advertised a little more, at least delivered some more leaflets in the surrounding areas, like I said, so more people knew about it. And saying that, I still feel like I did a great job and managed to beat my goal and get donations over 100 toys. So I'm pretty happy with myself, and it was a great experience. It was an amazing project, and it's something I'll never forget. Thank you.